So remember your imprisonment in a lazy, sleepy, normal consciousness. It's a lazy, sleepy, normal consciousness. It don't want to work. It just want to act like it just want to be stuck at one pillar. It has arrived. And that's why I tell some people, an older person, to say, you just keep on living. Right. You keep on living. Now, his only purpose in life was to wake up permanently from his spiritual sloth and acidity. That should be the only person to wake up from the acidity and the spiritual sloth. In other words, you really want to wake up. That's something, ain't it? Oh, man. But this is, oh, man, now this is going to get real good. Y'all ready for this one? Mm-hmm. Y'all ready? Mm-hmm. They're going to get deep here. But this is to evade the real issue. This is to ignore the root cause of the malady. Food only causes sleep. It only causes sleep. They went at it, didn't they? Oh, man. Wine makes man more sleepy. And by taking food into his body, man takes into his system the habit of unconsciousness and sleep and the instinct of death of the plants and animals. That's a big one, ain't it? Oh my God, look how they wrote that again. Listen to these words. I didn't know this was like this. He said, when you take food into the body, you take into his system the habit of unconsciousness. You mean unconsciousness is a habit? That's wild, ain't it? And I noticed this one time when I was on the journey. When I knew I was about to go eat food, I knew I was about to go get high. I knew it. It don't matter what it was. I'm about to go get high. I'm going back to sleep. I knew it. That's wild, ain't it? It don't matter what it was. That's basically what you're doing. A habit of, and the reason why I was doing that, why? Because I was addicted to the habit of being unconscious. I ain't like being awake too long. That's just being real. I've been asleep all my life. What I want to wake up for? Too fast. All right, I've been awake long enough. It's time to go back to sleep.
We just talked about that.
Yeah.
How it can be uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
When you're not used to it.
Yeah. That's wild, ain't it?
Yeah, being awake is very hard.
Yeah.
Really.
Or like riding a surfboard. You first start, you only can stay on for so long. Till you get better at it. You keep falling. Yeah, it's very hard at first. Oh, man. Here we go. Consciousness and sleep and the instinct of death. Look at that. Death is an instinct. Now, they use the word instinct in this writing, but it's another word for habit too. So the habit of death. In other words, humanity got addicted to dying.
We live in a death culture.
A death culture.
Everything is pointing for you to die.
Right.
Including your loved ones. They're waiting for you to be over. Everything, every breath we take,
This is wild.
everything we do, it's going to end. It's going to end. It's negative. It's bad. It's going to die. Everything dies.
The death culture.
That's what we think. It's a death
culture. And we're born into it, so our minds is creating that. It's the habit of death. And listen at the rest of that one. The habit of death of the plants and animals. So don't they say you are what you eat? Oh man. So we got addicted to it. Of the plants and animals. Because they was living beings once before.
We have to kill them to eat them.
And we have to kill them to stay alive.
Including plants. We kill the plants and eat them. When we eat them, we kill them.
We kill them.
We kill
The
the
only
animal.
thing that I never thought of this before, the only thing that you eat, if you can eat, that you don't kill, is the life.
Here we go. Because it's the one that's giving you life in the first place.
Right. So why would you eat anything less?
You hit it right on the head. That's the full remedy.
And water, isn't it? Water is not dead when we take it in.
Well, I learned something real good. I know a woman who's, how should I say, she worked with water real deep. I didn't realize until I see how she went out there. Now, there is a thing called dead water in our mind, but you could bring it back to life
Yeah, by intention.
by attention and or give it time. I remember one time I seen a pond and everybody was to stay away from it because it was non-drinkable, but they understood that if you give it time, it's going to regenerate.
And this gentleman, Dr. Emoto, has proven that
Or with the
praying,
thoughts of water.
yeah, praying, there was Lake Biwa in Japan, it was completely polluted, it looks terrible, and they, just 5 people just went, held hands and prayed, and then the pollution went away.
But I know what you're getting at, to really hit the remedy, when she said, what about water? So you're basically saying we still should drink water so it's alive, but that's not what this is saying. Even water still causes inflammation and mucus in the body. So you're growing even past that. That's not even the water. See, even when you look at water power, what we call that, hydropower, that's actually solar power. Wind is solar power. So eventually you're going to graduate back to the light. Eventually. That's something else. I remember one time when I went to Egypt, because Egypt was real polluted. And I said, let me make me a plan at least. I said, I'll take 1 weekend a month, or 1 week a month, to drink water, tea with nothing in it, and the rest of the month, I had my plan down. But when that week came up, guess what happened? I had to keep running to the bathroom, and it got uncomfortable. So it wasn't about you need the water to sustain you. Once you start feeling uncomfortable, that's when you was able to let it down.
And you said you don't eat water, you only need water to process food. So if you don't eat food, you don't even need the water.
Right.
To process it, you need the water, you don't have
So if you're eating food, you should drink water. Does that make sense? But if you leave up the food, pretty soon the water will fade away. Oh man, this is good. It's just one step at a time. And it's usually easier to get rid of solid foods than it is the liquids. But at least you make it you're going from solids to solids that go through the system a lot faster. Then you go to more bland type foods. Then you make sure you chew your food good. Then you start going more to liquid foods, just liquids. And then pretty soon that'll start fading. But that'll make you start feeling uncomfortable. I'm sitting up there thinking I did something good. And as soon as I sit down to get comfortable, man, I gotta use the bathroom again. But guess what I said to myself? I wouldn't be in this position if I wasn't doing that. See, I'm uncomfortable now. I gotta keep getting up because I was dealing with a habit that I don't need, but I was convincing myself I needed it. So if I don't want to be uncomfortable, stop doing it and it won't happen. That's karma. So you're still in the cycle of karma. That's wild, man. Whoa. The habit of unconsciousness. I was convincing myself I at least need to be unconscious a little bit of the way. See how you're looking at it? You're having this deep conversation with yourself now.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It's like in the Matrix.
Yeah.
I said, man, this steak sure tastes good. She's almost like, I would stay in the Matrix because this steak
Sure tastes good.
sure tastes
Even
good.
though I know it ain't real.
Yeah. Even though the whole thing is a matrix, everything is not real, but this steak sure tastes good.
Right. And then he said, ignorant is bliss. And then the heart went off.